Good morning, Roy.
Good morning.
Did I
Looks
miss my
like
opportunity again?
I was sharing the stream and I was just about to say I think I missed my opportunity.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I was watching it and I was like, I need Tide to look a little better before I do anything. Even though the volume is
Yeah.
coming back up now, but I did not like the way these call premiums were tanking. So I didn't. When it got back here, I was like, I probably should take it long. I was like, you know what? I don't feel comfortable here, so I'm gonna wait. Well, I mean, I would have got 4 points so far, 7 points. Okay, that's better. uh, Yeah, I've hesitated a couple times. We are over $1,000 up combined and take profit trader this morning. So there's that. We are done with them for the day. $250 per account. We have 5 accounts. So I like that. I like starting my mornings off with them, getting them green, getting them done, and leave them alone.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Of course, as soon as I don't do that, look at Ty. Look what put premiums doing.
Oh my gracious.
Yeah, that was our entry, Roy. That was our entry. Maybe we get another chance. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, 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 hopefully. You don't know yet if today is one of those days where you can chase the market or not. So let's not take a chance on chasing, even though I want to chase it so bad right now. With CBD got up to over 6,000. It came back down to 5,000. Now it's 5,700, and it's not really moving a lot on this move. So
Hmm.
that is something to keep an eye on. You got orders at 85, 80, and 85 pretty much. Then to the downside, you got 60,
Yeah, I
which
got
will
a
put
top
it
step level at 85.
okay. You got a 97. I don't see the 85. I do like this little spot right here that I'm going to mark. So that could be another opportunity if it
Yeah.
does break
So
that and retest and go.
yeah, I've got yesterday's value
Yeah, I
area.
don't worry about that value shit. That's don't pay attention to that. I don't think that's when they start talking value. That's uh, guesses they're pretty much doing. I don't like that.
Yeah.
There's a way they
Ah,
figure it out. I just don't like. I don't believe in it because up above it says that it's above value, below value. The value line actually means pretty much nothing compared to that. So
mm-hmm.
that's just my thoughts on it. Now, if you trade it and you make money off of it, do it. And I told you CBD wasn't going up much. It's 6,500 now, by the way.
Yeah, those puts are nasty.
Yeah, you got your volume. Well, never mind. I just swapped. Your premiums are coming down. Let's look at holdings. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at general market tide. Is it going to be another while? Yeah, it's another while. So Netflix, of course, leading the charge today. Their earnings is when today,
No, I
tomorrow.
think it's next week.
I thought it was this week.
Is it this week? No.
I thought Netflix kicked it off this week. I could be wrong.
Let me see. Earnings whisper. Yeah, no Netflix this week. Actually, they're actually not for a couple weeks.
Well, I thought somebody said that. I thought I saw somewhere. That goes that I did not
How,
double check the information, so you can't.
how we get this wrong? How we get this wrong? What day are you?
I mean, there's a good way to tell.
Netflix in 2 days. Yeah, it says it's in 2 days.
Okay, okay, yeah, because all you
Trading
got to
Views
do
does.
is. Oh, I forgot I don't have Netflix on here.
Yep. All right, I'll throw it over here. Share it. So I'm going to flip it over to mine. There's your earnings week. ASML tomorrow morning. Abbott, Progressive, got United tonight. Interactive Brokers tomorrow. Alcoa. That'll be an interesting one. Steve. TSM Thursday. United Thursday. American Express Thursday. Shoot. Netflix.
You didn't add me to the stage. When you clicked yours, I wasn't on the stage. So I was sitting there talking away and you couldn't hear me. Oh, we just broke through that line I drew. It was actually, it came up when I was talking and you couldn't hear me. It tested to a T and came back. And I was like, well, I drew resistance. But then it popped through it. So 67 CBD. You got your call premiums are ripping, your volume's ripping. I mean, this is just, unless they come out with something crazy today, this should be a ripper kind of day. Question, here's what you got to do. You got to be careful. So this 8 is coming up close to our zone. Ideally, we would come back down and test this again, and then that would be a great place to go long. Then you could just put your stop right below the 13 on the 14, give you a built-in stop, everything ready to go if we can get this retest. I am not feeling the most comfortable in the world about getting this retest, but I am holding out hope that they pull it back and let somebody get in. So hopefully there's an institution, talk to an institution, it's like, dude, just get me to 64 and we're entering. I'm with you. Just get us to 64. I need somebody's number I can call. You got anybody I can call, Roy? You know anybody in these firms we can talk to?
No, fortunately, my connections all were Bears.
That's about the most accurate statement ever. You pull back and call premiums, your volume is dipping a little bit. Your put premiums are turning sideways a little, so it could actually, heaven forbid, give us a pullback that we're wanting. Well, you know, and then that just changed quickly. So never mind. Scratch all that. Tide is doing its thing again where it's turning on a dime, Roy.
Yeah, no, it's gross for puts. Well, now it's shooting up. So you just got to be careful. I think that was the best call here, right? You've gotten a 60-point move, right, from bottom of zone to now here, 60+ point move within what, an hour and a half. So you've had a lot of consistent green candles.
You look at 725, we were at 54.13, and we're now 54.82. So almost a 70-point move, as Roy said, in I guess an hour and 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so. So yeah, no need to panic. There will be opportunities today. I got to get where I'm taking these trades and top step that I'm taking and take profit trade. And I did something yesterday. I told Roy I did something yesterday that I hadn't really done a lot, but it worked out. Is I entered on here and I moved my stop. I gave a lot more room to work. And we hit 300 in one new account. And then I don't know which one, 276 in another new account yesterday by doing that. So, and then if you are top step, if you traded any combine at all last week, you got a free reset. Now you have to have an active account to use that free reset. If you had an account and you close that account, but you still have time on the billing, you can actually reinstate that account and reset it. So you have to reinstate it. Goes right back to your old stuff and reset if you need to. Just a little information for your viewing pleasure today.
So orb high is 54.75. So is that our new kind of battle zone, if you will?
It was the 840 candle. Yeah, 40. Well, let's draw a line there too, boys and girls. Right there.
And or below, I've got 44.
Make that one white. There it is. 74.50, 44.25. That's your orb high and low. So everybody can see it on the screen is the white ones. Today, Roy, was another day we should have done that down, that 3-minute orb.
Yeah.
Look, here's where it said it. Look, it came back tested. You'd have re-entered. You'd enter at 60. Could have got 22 points out of the move. Yeah. Isn't that fantastic?
Volume's decreasing as is expected on the early candles. The first few candles of open are always the biggest.
Yeah, look at your premiums. Your volume's coming back up. Put premiums and call premiums are both coming down on Tide. CBD still holding 64. I really want to get a test down here, and then I would probably enter along unless we just crash through it. We're not in that big of a hurry to enter. You could get in at 63, 75, and you would have about an 8-point stop if you go below, 9-point stop if you go below this. So if you're playing micros, it gives you room to go. I don't like what Tide looks like right this second, though.
Yeah. Tide is suggesting could have a little bit of a move down to that top of the zone, which I wish that cluster of EMAs was a little bit higher.
This move here got everything kind of so. You dirty dog. You're not even going to get it to me, are you? You dirty dog, you. Well, I mean, this is what we do. We wait, right? We tend to lose when we rush. So we're trying to be patient. See if we can get this pullback. I just need a little pullback, buddy. You give me about 4 more points and I would be ready to go. Come on down there. But then I want to see it bounce off of it too, though. If it keeps drilling down, then we won't take it. But I would love that test of the 8. And what sucks on this next candle, it could give you the look that it did test the 8 and actually didn't. I hate that.
Yeah.
All right, here goes. Call premiums and put premiums are ripping together now. But your volume is still kind of holding down. So CBD 64, come on, a little more. A little more, come on. All right, we're about there, Roy. Hopefully we can go back to high day. That would be perfect. Trump is shredding credibility with allies while China benefits. CNBC is bearish today. Good chance UK-US trade deal. Oh, JD Vance says that. That's actually positive news.
Yeah.
Maybe everybody at CNBC is not bearish. Cash may feel safe when stocks slide, but it has its risks. Of course it does.
The 8 actually pushed up on this candle up, which makes it look like it tested it.
Yeah, that's why I hate when it does that, but it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
It is what it is. We're not getting a break above that that orb though. I want to break above that orb. We'll break above that orb. I got a feeling we should go to high day, but we got to get that break above that orb, or we're going to chop around here for a minute. CBD has come back some to 58, 5,900. Your volume is going back up. Call premiums are going up. So, I mean, I feel comfortable in this trade, but we are going to keep our stop right below the 14 there. That's what we said. Built-in stop already there. We'll play it out. If we get the bounce here and we go to high day, it will be a fantastic day, and I will be happy. If it doesn't, well, we got a couple more trades. I do need to change these risk settings. Me and Roy's made a deal. That's a new account, so I got to have it there. And guess what? I'm not changing this the rest of the day. How about that? You can lock it in where you can't change it. So we're locked in. It's either we make $368 here or we lose $755. $755. Why did you give me $755? Damn it. I didn't mean to put $755. Can't change it. So it is what it is. I want to see CBD pop. I got your call premiums. Everything in Tide is suggesting that we should get this pop up. CBD is creeping. It's back up to 58, 5,900. If it'll break 6,000, I think we get this move. Let's get it, boys. Let's get it. I would like to end all this trading. Then we can work on a combine. Since I had a free reset, I did pass 3 combines yesterday, and I blew 1 combine. So you got all that working for you. I probably should just take 300 on this trade and be happy. How about that? That'll get us right over 300. Going all the way up to the top, it might do it. Ooh, I do not like what I just saw in Tide.
Oh.
That does not mean it doesn't keep going up. It's just something happened. And I'm just debating if I should go and take $200. I probably should just want to take $200.
It is at orb high right now, 54.75.
Oh, I should have took the 200. CBD is 50. I say that CBD is going up. It's almost 6,000 now. Volume is still going up a little bit on Tide. It's kind of doing this little dance down here. I just don't like that. Needs to turn right back up. Call premiums coming back like that is scary. For some reason, my camera has me super close today. And it is not in HD, so y'all are not getting the full view of this beautiful place here. But, it is what it is. Oh, Roy, I think I'm going to bite myself for not taking $200 here. I don't like this candle at all.
Well, don't make it a losing trade.
And I'm going to let it stay. I have...
Okay. Or take $100 here. Guarantee it. Push up, push up, push up, push up, push up, push up.
There it is. $200.
All right. Good job.
So we have learned our lesson on Top Step. We are not going to be greedy. That's times 3, so that's $600. We got $1,200 over here. $1,250. We're at $1,800 on the day. I think that's fine. What do y'all think?
I think that works.
I should have held it. I'm gonna regret cutting that damn thing at 200, but I don't like the way Tide is. And of course, now your put premiums are just tanking.
Dying. Yeah.
So. Yeah. But guess what? Yeah. We locked in $600.
Yeah. And
we got $600 off.
You could just be flagging up here, so you may have some chop for a few candles.
Yep. But hey, look at that.
Look at that.
That's popping back up. So we're going to swap to this brand new fresh combine that we reset with the free reset to Top Step. So thank you, Top Step, for that. We appreciate it. It was much needed for me. I'm waiting to hear back from them. I actually passed 3 accounts yesterday, and they only let me activate 2 of them. Roy, swap to your screen real quick. I want to look. Well, hell, y'all can look. I don't care. This one is passed. I don't know if you're on mine or you're on yours, but it's when I go to it, and it's saying the maximum limit of 5 active funded accounts has been reached. I don't have 5 active funded accounts. I only have 3. So I'm trying to figure out what in the hell is going on there. Of course, I have reached out to Top Step, and my message was sent, but they have not responded. So it's really frustrating, but I would like to have that one back. One thing I don't know if you guys noticed that I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start giving more room. We're in 5 MES, right? The way I'm trading this, and this son of a bitch would have hit my $300. Anywho, well in the past.
Wow, general market tide is like super bullish.
One thing me and Roy talked about a little bit, was it yesterday we talked about the difference between my take profit and my Top Step? And I kind of went back and looked. And one thing about take profit that I've done, I've given more room to play out. And every damn trade's played out except one. Every single one of them. Where I get stopped out of Top Step because I got a $200 stop there. So I'm gonna move my stop back to where it's not gonna be a solid 200 like just then you saw I risk $260, right? So I'm gonna move it to a zone or to a EMA or to a VWAP or something that makes sense, that gives it room to play out. So if it does come back and test that area, it can bounce back up. And I'm not already out of it looking for a re-entry, right? So it's worked in take profit trader. I mean, me and Roy talked about this yesterday, and this is not a brag. I started taking withdrawals in take profit trader on March the 3rd. Today is what, April the 15th, tax day. As of this morning, the last bit, I took some more out yesterday. I've been doing daily draw, takeout payments, whatever. And as of today, right now, I've taken $8,300 out of take profit trader in a month and a half.
Awesome.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
And I've taken $1,000 out of Top Step. What's the difference? It's my stop. It's the difference. So we're going to try to trade it just like that and see if it works. I mean, I'm liable to jinx myself, but this is how many days in a row is this on those over there, green, Roy? Just 3 weeks straight? Yeah,
I mean, it's just clipping it for a little win here, and it adds up fast.
You say that, but I've had some big ones. I did $500 yesterday per account. Last week I had a couple of days where it was like $600-700 per account. So today I was happy with $250 today. I could have made more on it. I put a take profit. As soon as it hits that take profit, it's above where I want to be at. Typically I call it there. Sometimes I do go back and look for it again, look for another trade. Today is not one of those days. I think I'm playing with fire, so I'm just going to leave it at 250.
Yeah.
I just don't think there's any reason to take a chance on it. We got them up. I mean, like I said, I could take $250 per account out again today if I wanted to. I'm not going to. I'm going to try to wait till Thursday, I guess. Today's Tuesday. Yeah. So we do, 200 more here or there. Well, that's $600 per account. I'm only taking out of 4. I got one account that is a newer one, my latest one, I have not taken a payout out of it yet. And we're right at $2,900 up in it right now. So I could take a $900 payout now if I want to today. I try to keep a $2,000 buffer in there. So, hey, we got a few people in there. We ain't got any questions or comments. You guys here? Y'all want to know anything? Got any questions, comments?
I think they're just mesmerized by your zoomed in camera.
This is to
Bringing
Roy.
the viewers.
Y'all, just to Roy.
Damn, look at this thing move.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Now we're almost to 7,000 CBD.
Damn.
And as expected, we swapped there.
You had a pullback to 70 that just missed the 8 that I was looking for a long entry and couldn't quite get there.
But you know what, Roy? I would rather you miss this trade, rush this trade, and you end up losing.
Dirty Harry.
Do what?
Dirty Harry's comment. I like it.
Well, I mean, you can leave. I thought
So,
me. You're forced to be here.
What I can see is you probably want to get a retest of that orb high again, right? So now you've broken above it. We get a close above it.
I mean, we got 2 minutes on this candle, so let's get a close before we say it's going to close above it.
Jinxing it. VIX is 28.46, down 7.4%.
Yeah.
Dang, this thing is strong. Look at that, going all the way to 85.
Yeah. Well, you know, hell, we lost one. I guess the Dirty Harry did leave when I said something about that.
Yeah. Didn't like that. Let's see. 80.
The volume, look, it's so one thing that I do, Roy's known this. I do look at these, right? But I don't put as much faith in those as I do as this down here. This is what I really like to look at when I'm trading. You do like to see your put premiums or call premiums, whichever direction you're going. You like to see them join in, which gives it a more of a move that you're looking for. But when this volume is going up, let's see, now we're getting a little decrease in volume. Let's see what we're doing over here, and then we're getting a pullback on this. So those kind of run hand in hand, that volume and the thing. Roy, you was talking about that. Look at this volume here. But I'm saying most of your volume came in on this pushback down. So they're trying to hold this level here.
Yeah.
So you got to get I think Roy called it. Actually, this is what I would do. I would look for not just the orb. I would want to see a close above this 79.50 and then to go higher. That's what I would look for. Until that happens, I wouldn't put a lot of faith in this. And this is why you don't just go, you just don't enter and leave it there.
Wow. And this actually is a great question by Michael.
I know.
Do you guys ever trade making?
Yes.
Textbook scenario just happened, right?
Michael, yes. And we usually lose when we trade the candle.
Yeah. Because what did I say 2 minutes ago, right? Well, we got a candle closing above the orb, right? And then here we go 2 minutes later, it closes below the orb. So it's a whole different outlook.
Roy's a jinx. So as soon as Roy said that, I wanted to go short.
Now we're battling the 8. So
I should have took it there too. I liked it off that 8. Volume is coming back still, but CBD is holding at 68, 6,900.
I don't like that previous candle. I mean, it can go up there and fill that gap, but or that wick. But
one thing we've noticed, and we tend to forget about, there's a lot of time these wicks get filled right back up.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I don't have here today so far, Roy? Why are we doing this? Why didn't you remind me? Where's that 8:30 candle?
Do the candles ever stay?
Oh, look at that. I'm telling you, if you don't, we've missed a few trades off the Anchor VWAP, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Man. Look at that. Do the candles ever stay above the top line of VWAP? do you guys use out there? Lines leave up. I see some people leave the top and bottom. I do not use the top and the bottom line. Just pretty much your Bollinger Bands. Roy does use them. I think they're a crock of shit. Roy likes them, so
I do enjoy the Bollinger Bands. They provide a little bit more of a range. But yeah, so we're trading above the top Bollinger Band, which tends to mean we're a bit overextended. But that doesn't mean that it can't just keep going up. It just needs it to bend with it. But as you can see, that previous candle kind of bent VWAP a little flat. And now we're battling the orb high here. So blue line for me is the VWAP. They're very thin. I don't put a lot of emphasis on it. That's why I keep them pretty thin. I just like them around. But I've got enough lines to make people upset. So I don't put, if it's between the 8 and that, I'm going to go with the 8 every time. So the 8.
Is that Sadie's ribbon you got there?
It's actually Ripster's EMA clouds. I had Sadie's. I just always kept Ripster. I think I'd have Sadie's just hidden. No.
Whoa.
Right. So that was a news candle. Had to be.
Well, yeah.
And
I'm looking for the news. That's Top Step froze.
Puts are not playing with it.
Got this froze.
General market is showing
it's moving here. It's not moving on the.
Whoa, this thing's coming down. It's right about to test VWAP.
Hold on, I gotta reload this bad boy.
Yeah. Top Bollinger Band for the win.
There it is. Hey. Whatever floats your boat, whatever works, right?
The China's Customs Administration, we're holding meetings with trade, business, and industry associates. Canada announced something. Doesn't look good.
Yeah. I
don't see it. I don't
think it came out as the European Union that you remain as discussion makes little progress.
Okay, so they're pouring cold water on the JD Vance.
Yeah, look over here. Look at that volume. People are loading up here, so we're gonna give it room here. It might come down and bite me in the ass. It might come back and bite me in the ass. Gonna bite me in the ass. But you know what? This is a combine, so we can take a chance on a combine that you wouldn't take on anything else. So I'm okay with this. If it reclaims the 21 out and doesn't stop me out, it's gonna stop me out. I was gonna say if it reclaimed the 21 there, I was actually gonna add 5 back to it again. So I don't like this move down. I think this is complete horseshit move down. So we're gonna keep riding it. Let's go to this candle here. And it might prove me wrong. If it does, so be it. Like I said, this is a combine. We can take chances on a combine. Especially when it's a free combine. Those are the best combines. Well, looks like, we had Canada CPI came out too.
Yeah, it was that morning. It was a little.
Was it this morning? Okay, yeah, it was 2.3. That's actually good. So all this is coming off that European Union news that they just announced. That it's funny. They announced that JD Vance is talking. They're talking, and the European Union. Well, we're not making any progress. Okay, well, how long have you been talking? Y'all just start. Well, that came back and bit me in the ass there. So we're $760 down in this comment. Look at this son of a bitch.
A big boy candle.
Yeah, it was. I think it was all. I think it was shit. Like I don't think it was worthy. The news is worthy of that. Why? Hence, I keep going on. I'm gonna put this below this candle here, on top of those. So and we can add more to this if we get a good move above VWAP and above that 21. We'll probably add 5 more to it. If we can get above that 21. You know, why not? This is how you. This is technically this is how you're supposed to trade this. You're supposed to add to your winners.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can get this
Yeah.
break here.
Battling above VWAP now.
Yeah, we're gonna add it back. There we go. We're gonna put it right or take profit right at this. And if it gets up there, we'll move it. We are going to move our stop to break even now. Now go above the 8 and above anchor VWAP. We're going to actually move this back up.
So to me, if you can get a, go ahead.
No, I just said it's struggling.
If you can get a close above VWAP here, that would be a huge win. But from the 10-minute perspective, you are looking at a candle by candle to the downside. But it could have already played out, but it is still in play.
Yeah, I mean,
but that was a gigantic candle. So
it's a 33. I mean, that was a 28-point candle down that you could have taken and got the profit. So this thing's looks like it's gonna stop me out here, son of a bitch. Couldn't that damn 8. I hate that 8 sometimes. There it is. Well, we didn't lose any money. I really want to re-enter this trade here at VWAP.
What's CVD?
4,500. And if it gets above the 8 this time, well, this is where we'll add 5 more. I think we ended up making like $4 on that trade, actually. So they are pushing it back down, but it's all your premiums that's coming down. Your volume on Tide is holding very strong. So it's your put premiums popping up that's causing this pullback, I believe. Let's see if what we do here. If we break up, no, this is not good. There, it broke below that. It needs to close above that. We got 27 seconds on this candle. This is actually at yesterday's anchor VWAP. So there's that. VWAP, V whatever you want to call it. Oh, what is this? I want anchored VWAP, not anchored volume profile. On the other side over here, sorry. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking out loud and you guys can hear me.
This 5-minute candle was basically an indecision candle. Could potentially be a reversal candle to that move down. But this follow-up candle here, I mean, it's orb low is 44.25. So that's, let's see if that can hold a support for now.
Yeah, CVD's come back to 42. I mean, you look over here, you still got your put premiums and call premiums are going opposite, but the volume's still holding up. So I still like this for as long as that volume's holding up. It's just coming back a little bit. CVD is creeping back up though to 44, 45. You got orders at 65 and 75. So 65 would be right around that orb high. That's where you got a lot of orders up. They're just moving to 60. These are algo orders moving around. So they don't do anything. And this little turquoise line here. This is yesterday's settlements. This is where we closed yesterday. So you would look for that to hold. If that breaks down, we're probably going to cut this trade and just be done for the day on this one too. But
EU's trade chief Sekovic left the meeting with little clarity on the U.S. stance, struggling to determine the American side's aims. According to people familiar with the talks, he met for about 2 hours with Lutnick and Greer in Washington Monday. So he left with confusion, is what the market is kind of reading that as. So uncertainty.
And now you are starting to see a little weakness in the tide. Don't look at this. Look at this. See that volume coming down?
Yeah.
If it turns back up here, we should get a move back up, which it's crazy how that volume just works hand in hand with that, isn't it? CBD's 4,200 still, 4,100. But that volume is that little uptick is not enough to hold it up. See if this value settlement can hold it. If not, we'll go on and cut this thing if it closes below settlement. If it doesn't stop us out first. Is what it is. Is what it is. Puts are just really ripping pretty hard right now too, though. CBD's actually going up some. Oh. On the bright side, all our funded accounts are done for the day. Nice profit. So that makes whatever happens here, it's not really important at the moment. Once they figure out everything else, we'll have our 4 XFAs back, and we're going to shoot for a minimum of 200 a day. When orb is this big, you still pay attention to it. Absolutely. And orb is just really not that big right now, to be honest with you. This is a 30-point orb. That's your open 15 minutes. That's nothing. And today's
and that's that's
yeah. Now used to that might have meant a little more, but right now, I mean, you're getting that 30-point move in one candle or more. So I mean, just look here. This candle started at 78.50 and went to 42. So I mean, there's your orb right there in one candle. So yes, orb is always important. Something to keep an eye on. What you try to figure out when you're looking at all this, the reason you have the orb and the reason we have the indicators we have on here with the EMAs and the SMAs is you're trying to figure out what they've got their algos programmed to do. Because that's what controls the market. Your algos control the market. Some days they'll use the 821, they use your EMAs. Some days they don't use this level. Some days it's Fibonacci levels. It changes. So you got to try to figure out what they're using each day. Now, this is without news and all that stuff. It's just straight. If the market's going in a direction, you got to figure out what the algos are looking for, right? What I think we've done pretty well at, we kind of figured out. Typically, we figured out kind of early what they're using. Right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what the hell they're using. The news changes so much. I mean, you can see your anchored VWAP, your 8. These have been holding, but then you get news come out. What do they go right through it? So now does it turn where you're 21 and you're 8? That's what you're looking at now to break back above. That's the game we constantly play every day. Is it the orb? Is it I mean, you can look everything we've said and done. We have not got a close below the orb since open.
Yeah.
It's always bounced right back above that orb low, right? We got one close above the orb high, but guess what? Look what everything else it did. So, yeah, I would say that you definitely have to pay attention to the orb high and low today. Roy, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, again, you were near the orb low on this kind of dip down, so you wanted to to see how it reacts to it. So even though the orb high may be farther away, it's still a level you want to look at, because often it's the current day low of the opening session. So if it breaks down, that means it's going to make a new lower low. But again, like Monty said, you're not getting candles closing below it. So until you get a candle that closes below it, then you kind of have to honor its support so far. It also is coinciding with a lot of other EMAs at that point too. So, it just kind of adds to the strength of it.
Your 50's right on it. Your 200's right below it. We've talked about that 200. Remember, that's the razor wire electric fence there. So, VWAP's right above it. You got that trend line. I mean, look, we hadn't got to close below that trend line, so we broke above that trend line. That was just a quick drawn this morning. You're looking for at least 3 points of contact for a trend line to be strong, right? This one you got 1, 2, 3. We can call that 4, 5. You could probably call that one 6. And then look back over here. So that is definitely a very strong trend line that's holding. So that's something you got to keep an eye on. So much stuff you got to keep an eye on. That's the thing about it. And typically what we do good is we're able to glance at it and put it all together really quick. But you get there by doing this over and over and over and over again. Right? So the more you do this, the more you back test. If you have TradingView, I could not stress more. Go back, use their replay mode just to watch it and see how it trades out. You can go through it fast, but you want to see how different EMAs play out, different zones, stuff like that plays out. And the more you do it, the more you get where it's just second nature to you. Look at it and say, oh, yeah, that's it. Boom. Now we're testing that anchor VWAP. I would like to see it break there. If it breaks there and it gets above this, I will add 5 more of this trade. If not, we'll just chill. CVD is back almost to 6,000. Volume on Tide is just rippy. It's ripping booty face, Roy. So let's bring it back today.
The demand for it was off the dial.
Hey, one thing I did realize I like about Take Profit Trader, I told you I'm leaving at least 2,000 in there. So no matter what I make each day, I don't have to wait for it to update overnight because I have that $500 buffer. I can go and take that out right then. So
right.
The next morning, that's already out, done, gone in my bank account.
Nice.
It's a huge difference by doing it that way. I suggest if you do have that, leave yourself a buffer. That way you have a little room so you can take your daily. Like I said, I'm not taking one today. I say that. I said I wasn't taking one yesterday, but I ended up taking one anyway because I passed these accounts and I wanted Take Profit Trader to pay for my new XFAs and Top Step Trader. So they did. One thing I think myself and Roy's both adamant about is letting these firms pay for themselves.
Yeah.
Cannot get above that anchor VWAP yet, can it?
No, and I believe
Is this when it does it here?
It's holding above the 8, which is good.
Yeah. I really want to add 5 more. Well, now it's going to change when I do that, so. I should have known when Roy said it holding above the 8. Roy jinxed us, as he normally does.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, you damn jinx. Why you got to say something?
So you got VWAP at 5150.
So Harry asked, what EMA numbers do you back test? So Hey, I would take everything off your screen and start with the 8. Put the 8 EMA on your screen. Go back and back test it and see how it reacts to the 8. Learn how it does off that. Then go back, add the 21. Leave it on there. Have the 8 and the 21 now. Now see how that reacts. I like to have the 14. You don't have to have the 14, but a lot of times you'll see that midway point between the 8 and the 21, which is the 14. You'll see that play out a lot. So that's why I have it on mine. Add one at a time till you get to where you're looking at, and then next thing you know, you're like, oh shit, I've got all these on here. I use the 8, 14, 21, and the 200 EMA. I use the 50 SMA. And then I use VWAP. That's the 6 ones you see on my screen. That's all I use. So that's what I would suggest if you go back. Just start with one and then add another one and just keep back testing. Go back, find a random, go back way back, as far as you can go back, random. Because you don't want something that you know what's going to happen, right? You want to see how it plays out. So that's how I've always back tested. I go back, find a random day, and I back test. And I will go through 2 weeks to a month back test like that and go back through it all. I'll send Roy 85 screenshots in one day. Look at this. Look at this. That's how I figure out. That's where Anchor VWAP came from. We started anchoring the VWAP and then seeing how it reacted each day. And well, there you go. So it's it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time to do it if you do it right, but I think it's worth it in the long run for if you want to be successful at this one day. You gotta get screen time. Screen time is what makes everything. If you don't get screen time, you don't have anything. So that's just my thoughts on it. Roy, your thoughts?
Yeah, no, it comes with practice, right? It's like he said, in a snapshot, we can read this stuff pretty quick, and that's because we've seen it over and over and over and over and over again.
So he asked just on ES. So I do it just on ES because ES is what I trade every day, and I want to know how ES moves. Now, you can learn by doing it. In the past, I've done it on individual stocks, going back using SPY, using Shop, Plug, stuff like that moves a lot. Tesla, you can do it on that, but I suggest you do it on what instruments you're trading the most. That way you become familiar. In the end, what you want to do is you want to kind of be able to anticipate the moves before they happen. Now, with this news cycle going on now, you're not going to anticipate much, but you do kind of know how it moves and how it reacts. Because I know if it breaks back down below the VWAP here, then I know I'm screwed in this trade. I know that. Do we have anything come out again? Nothing new. Damn, VIX is still negative. Yes, for everything it's done, we are still green on the day. How about that?
Yeah, no, it's holding up pretty good.
The Mag 7's taking a pretty good beating. You got Nvidia's a little 0.5% up. Tesla's 1.1% up. Everything else is pretty much down. So, Bank of America, your banks are looking pretty good. United Healthcare is down. They're down 0.5%, but everything else in that little sector there seems to be doing pretty good. So, I don't like this. The volume is just barely creeping down, and your put premium is what's causing this move now, which means that it's probably not sustainable overall unless that volume catches up and just drops way down. So, all right, Dirt Harry said, good stuff. Got to go. Day job. Have fun. It's your day job. Me and Roy, we're at our day job.
Yeah, it's a fun job, but it's a hard job.
I still get so frustrated. There's a guy on Facebook. Now, I hadn't seen him in a couple of weeks, so I'm assuming he blew all the shit up, but kept saying about how easy it is to make money in the stock market. It's this easiest stuff you'll ever do. And I'm like, dude, you are an idiot. And then, like I said, he hadn't said anything in the last couple of weeks, so I'm assuming that it wasn't as easy as he thought it was. Because he was pumping shit out every day.
Yeah. No,
So
it's easy.
easy to pump out when you're doing good.
It's the market will sort you out. I know from
Always
experience. The
Always.
market will sort you out. It was actually kind of comical yesterday. It was almost like Trump, I think, had in his press conference had said how good the market was doing that yesterday, and it was green, and then it just immediately tanked.
Wow.
It was like the market just took that personally. It was like, you know what?
Absolutely. I mean, look, this stuff is, if it was easy, right, everybody would be doing it. Everybody would be millionaires. That's my biggest takeaway when people say, well, this is easy. Like, if it's so easy, well, how come you're on Facebook begging for people to join your Discord to pay for your Discord? Why? I mean, if it's so easy, make your millions of dollars and be done. And well, I'm trying to help people. You're not trying to help people by charging $500 a month. I mean, you can't.
Or telling people it's easy.
Yeah,
right?
and
That
the people that do that, and they say, well, if you give somebody something free, they never appreciate it. Like, dude, come on, you're trying to make you're making your paper trading, and you're making your money off your Discord or your service, whatever you're doing. And more power to you. I just wish these people would be honest and say, hey, I'm making my money off this.
Yeah.
I do know what I'm doing, but I am paper trading, so I make my money. If you look through social media and if you see somebody, if they cut this shit off here, there's a reason they're not showing that. And you can't say, well, I just don't want somebody to see my account number. Where's my fucking account number right there?
Yeah.
Where's it at? It's not there.
They have the streamer mode and they have all that stuff to protect that as well. So
yeah. And I just think you got to be transparent. You got to show, hey, this is a funded account, an XFA, a live account, a combine, a practice account. You have to show that stuff, because if you don't, I mean, you're full of shit, right? I've never went streamer mode. You guys see my balances. You see everything every day. I never hide it. I don't think it does any good. And guess what? We're not charging you a dime.
Mm-hmm.
We're not trying to charge you a dime. We're not doing this so we can charge you anything later. This will never be a paid service, ever. I think me and Roy agree on that. Yeah. It's just too, and we don't want you guys to just blindly follow us. The reason we're doing this is so hopefully you guys can learn from the mistakes and stuff we've made over time. Because Lord knows we made a lot of them. All right, I got to move it up now, so we're gonna move it up.
No, it's ripping.
We'll move it Anchor View out. So we'll get 300 back no matter what. If it goes above this orb high, I don't know. I might add 5 back to it again to try to see if we can get this up. I don't know. I might leave it there, see if we can go to that real high and be done with it. I'm thinking, I say that. Look at this, man.
Oof.
So y'all remember I told you how this looked just a second ago, right? Look at it now. It didn't take long to catch up, and that's why we've been long and stayed long. So,
and look at your trend line too.
right.
So we go down to why you drew that trend line this morning, as we saw a trend.
Yeah, I actually got on before. I drew this before Roy even got on. I looked. I said, "Hey, this is," and I don't know what told me today, because I see it all the time. I was like, "I want to draw this out. I want to see how this plays out." So I drew it out this morning. Well, it's played out. Dickard, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I said, by the way, I switched 5 years from now. I've been getting beat up, blood pressure lowered. The problem, I was an ES guy. I hate trading micros. Roy knows this. I fought him tooth and nail on moving to micros. But once I moved to micros, guess what happened? All my stress went away.
Yeah.
You're getting too big of moves now where your micros still pay out and it's still worth it. I'm going to actually move this up and guarantee a little bit more now to the bottom of this candle. I'll guarantee about $500 of it back. It's just right now. Your moves. We had a 30-point candle just a second ago. If you were in ES, and let's say I had it the other day where I was over leveraged. Guess what it did? It blew through my stop. And by the time my stop caught up, it was too late. Because we had one of those candles just shot straight through it, right? Even though that's why we moved the stop up. That is why we moved, because that stop would have came down and got us on the bottom. I don't know what the hell just happened.
What the hell was that?
Apple imported iPhones worth nearly $2 billion from India to the U.S. ahead of Trump's tariffs. Foxconn sent the highest amount ever of iPhones in a month. Okay. I don't know what, I'm not seeing anything else come up with that. Yeah.
This damn market, dude.
And look what has happened. Absolutely. If you were in, let's say you're in 2 ES there instead of MES, 5 MES. Well, you could have blown an account right there, right?
Yeah.
It's just, I mean,
we're just in crazy zone, man. We're just in crazy zone.
We're in crazy zone. There's no doubt. So now the question is, what do you do now? I think nothing. I think I'm just going to chill for a minute. If I can get this 347 back, I would like to get that back today, but I'm not going to force anything to try to get it. So hopefully this thing, it did freeze up this morning. Maybe Top Step will come out and it's like, hey, from this 5-minute window that I was actually in, we're going to reverse all negative trades. That'd be great.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
They did do that on, which one was it? I want to show you the guys this. This is still pissing me off. I'm waiting for this resolution from them. They're not doing anything. Let's go to accounts. You can see I don't hide shit, right? This is all my accounts. It is what it is. This is the one they added to it. I guess I had a trade at some point. No, this is not the one. It's going to be this one then. Oh, I can't find it now. It was there. I know it's not that one because that one hadn't been activated. Is it this one? I think it's going to just look at. There's one. Anyway, I got one account on there that I went like $1,700 over the thing, but they added after they already passed my account, so it didn't do anything. But still, I thought that was kind of. They went back and added those losses back. I was like, well, y'all suck for that. I should have done it on XFA.
Right.
And to be honest with you, I don't even think I traded that damn thing in that time frame, so I don't know. Roy, I'm gonna let you run through your stuff real quick. I gotta go touch some grass for a second. I'm going ape shit crazy, and I want to get this back. I need to cool off on it for a minute. So it is.
All right. We have 10 till. All right, let's take a look. So, yes, we had that crazy candle just pop in, wicked off of the 200, the 50, the orb low, broke through VWAPs, now back above VWAP. So that was a crazy wick candle. But it is also saying that news came in, whatever it was, support showed up again at that level. So this support right now is kind of your ironclad deal. So if you get near it, if you break it, it could get ugly. But so far, since we're above it, it looks like that's a safe spot for longs to take. Nothing's guaranteed, of course, but that's just what it looks like right now. So as we push higher, we're looking at Apple having some weird news today. Why that orb is all the way over there. Should be more here, but regardless. Apple down 0.4%. You got NVIDIA up 0.64%, just chopping. Nothing really showing there. Let me zoom out a little bit. Microsoft 0.11%, 0.0%, 0.8%, just chopping again. Google, a little downtrend, down 1.14%. Looks like ES is coming back a little bit now to test VWAP. So we'll see how it holds. And if this comes back and tests that big support down there. You do have kind of some curl down here in the momentum. You had extreme bullishness here. Got too extreme and then did cool off. So let's go back to Mag 7. You got Amazon down 1%, Meta down, but basically flat. Tesla up 1.7%, up over 250 again, 256. Netflix with earnings in a couple days, up 5%. Bitcoin just been stuck. Not really much going on. 80 got down 75, but these last few days you just had chop, 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 slowly creeping back up. Solana 131, SPY 540, 71, 76. So you see SPY is actually testing its VWAP now. See if it can hold it. Doesn't look like it so far, but you have the 8 and the VWAP there. That's a pretty good, strong combo. Keep an eye on that. SPX going to look a lot like SPY. SPX is slightly below its VWAP, but SPX actually doesn't have VWAP, so I don't know why it's showing. TLT moving up, 87.64, up 1.5%. TNX, sorry, I skipped up here, is dropping. It is red for the day, down almost 0.5%. This is a big one to watch. So as this falls, you'll get more bullish tendencies in the market. Dixie battling 100. It's taking a beating given the latest tariff news and stuff like that. That, you know, is the U.S. dollar the strongest and most reliable currency? Well, maybe the rest of the world is saying differently right now. Gold slightly up 0.3%. That normally means that they're dumping something and buying gold. So what is that something? Well, with the market being green, it's not that, but you got some of these Mag 7s being red. So is it that? We'll figure out the inflows. IWM up 0.5%. Again, just not really much moving around here. I mean, Qs are up 0.5%. It's battling VWAP now. Let's see if it can get a push higher. The 20-day moving average is 463.68. So you could get that push up that everybody in the market is so desperately wanting. Micron 71.49, up 0.5%. Intel at 20, down 1%. Palantir at 96, up almost 4% today. AMD up 1%, 95.60. DJT up 5%, almost 20 again. IBM 49, up 0.5%, 242.4. I'm just trying to see if anything's sticking out of the side here. Nuclear's red, Quantum's red, Quantum Plays, I should say. HCA, healthcare, 0.81%. That's kind of expected given the pharmaceutical tariffs. BABA, red, 112.28. It looks like the market is testing the top of our zone here. We want to see it break above it. Let's see it maybe even get back to the 5-minute chart. Get back to the top of this candle. Would be something to erase that entire drop. I mean, that was a 28-point candle. Get erased on the very next candle, which just the environment we're in. Trump is talking, so that's fun. Trump, the U.S. will protect farmers. China was brutal to the U.S. farmers. Trump criticizes China for reneging on the Boeing deal. So Trump is talking China right now, which could be the reason why you had that violent swing in the market. So we're just keeping an eye on that. If you're in any sort of trade, you're in the danger zone right now because the man's got the hot mic.
What the hell? I heard, I was in the kitchen. I heard Trump is talking China right now. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, so Trump on China, interesting. They just reneged on the big Boeing deal, saying that they will not take possession of fully committed to aircraft. So I don't know why the market's going up, but the market's going up on that.
I'm going to tell you why the market's going up, because they are looking for anything positive to rip this damn thing up.
Yeah, I agree.
I just put this. We're gonna put this down here. Put me back in there. I was up. Look at this. It's ripping up volume. Here's your tail right here. Volume's going up. Market's going up. So I would love this thing to break this orb high here. Would move our stop up, but it is struggling. It is. Ooh, it got over 6,000 for a second. Now it's back over 6,000 CVD. Just keep on popping up. That volume is. Look at this volume, still going up. Now this could change any second. He could say something really stupid, and then we're all screwed. But until then, that anchored VWAP held. The thing looks like it wants to go back up to the high of the day. That's where my take profit is. We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah,
Was
that a Truth Social post or I gotta look?
I don't know. They didn't. Yep. True Social.
Okay. So
well, that's where he started because he said the U.S. will protect farmers. That came from, so I'm assuming all this is coming from True Social. Yep, True Social. That says it there. So he's not actually speaking, so he could be done. I'm not seeing anything else come out, and it's been 5 minutes. So I'm saying he's done putting this post out.
Yeah, okay. It is a Truth Social post. Our farmers are great, but because of their greatness, they are always put on the front line of our adversaries, such as China. Whenever
you go to your, and you'll see it. It gives it True Social.
Okay,
post.
Good. We got a crooked Joe Biden reference in the post. We got a crooked Biden administration.
He is still. He's on a phone call with the somebody from Iran right now, so that's great.
Hold on. I hope he posted that on Truth. She's like, hold on, guys. I got a call with Iran. I'll get to this in a minute.
That came from the state news agency, so that was not True Social. One thing you can look at when they do, they give credit where credit's due. So it's not on here. It is showing on there, but it does say that was a state news agency that reported that. Not True Social. I mean, would you be surprised if he's like,
no,
"Hey,
hang on,
let me post this real quick. I'm on the phone with Iran."
Big news ahead.
Yeah, let's look and see what happens. Hey,
I'll double my sand stocks.
Well, we broke back below that anchor VWAP, so I don't like this trade anymore. Like I said, he'll double his sand stocks. I'm going to tell you right now, I mean, it's just, you don't know what's going to happen from 1 second to the next. You just hope and pray somebody doesn't say something stupid. That's the only way you can play this game right now. You guys can see it doesn't take much to pull it back. It doesn't take much to rip it. So if anything positive was to come out, this thing would rip to high day just like that. Mm-hmm. And if something bad comes out, well, guess what? The exact opposite is going to happen. So back above it again now. Let's see what we do. Uh-oh, Sonic has corn dog craze coming your way. Oh, Sonic. I think I might. Oh, no, I'm going. There's a little gas station not far from me. And this lady, she makes. Oh, we got a bill auction now. probably was something I should have noticed. It is that
Okay.
they're 10:30, so they're telling you what they're going to do. They're going to auction 85 billion in 4-week bills is what it's going to be. 85 billion is right in line where it normally is, so nothing crazy on that news yet. But when you see these bids come out, you do want to pay attention to what they're at because it could move the market. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. Any damn thing can move the market right now.
It is wound up. It is wound up.
Volume is still going up, but your premiums are coming down. We need premiums to join the party. If premiums join the party, then this bad boy goes back up to high day, and we end up having a very decent day. Look, I've had a decent day already, no matter what the hell happens with this account, just so you know. Where I make my money at, I've made my money today. So,
yeah.
We're 1,800, I think, 1,900, one of the two, somewhere around there on the day. So, I'm not, that's bring home money. That's not fake money here where I can't take anything out that qualifies me for something else. It is what it is. I am very content on the day, no matter what happens with this account. If this ends up coming back and stopping me out, I will call it on this one today. So I have some of this to trade tomorrow. I'm not going to blow this thing in one day. Trying to keep going long. It just can't break back above. We are definitely in the definition of what choppy is right this second.
Yeah.
We are
you're
getting
at the top of
very,
the zone.
very, very, very nice. We got a long time to go. But if this 10-minute candle can close anywhere up here, it's going to give us a very nice, a beautiful candle by candle upside.
Yeah.
Because we have a very small indecision candle on the last 10-minute candle. But it's got to close. Can't have a big wick up top for it to be a beautiful candle again. So we'll see. We shall see. Oh, well, Roy, I was telling my food choices. There's a lady who's got a little thing. She cooks in a convenience store. And it is some of the best Southern soul foods you can find anywhere. And I had it in a week or two. And I'm kind of craving it. I don't know what's on our menu on Tuesdays, but I hope it's some smothered pork chops or something. They would be messy as who'd have thought it, but they are so damn good.
All right. Sounds like a good spot to end it. I mean, we're right at the top of the zone. About lunchtime. Streamed about an hour and a half today. Saw some good trades. Saw some big wicks. Saw some bad trades. But all in all, pretty good.
Oh, we didn't have no bad trades. You don't count mine as bad trades. They good trades all day, son. All day. Something to look at while you do go away. Look at those put premiums are ripping up. So, like I said, that does not mean that the market's going to come down, right? That could be hedging. That could be a lot of different things going on there with that. So, wait until you get something, a good sign. It held anchor VWAP here. That's the only reason we're in the trade at the top of the zone. We've got it below VWAP. If we lose out, we lose out. If it breaks if it breaks the top of this orb, then you can go on and pretty much wrap up. I made $1,100 on the day. So, hey, Michael, good job. Michael said he got 6 points.
Nice job.
6 points on the day. It's a great job. Perfect. So, I guess, Roy, you're right. We'll call it there, and we will catch you guys in the morning. Hopefully, we have another green day on the funded accounts. That would be fantastic. And then, but we'll see. We'll catch you guys in the morning. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow.